It's not really the silver
Say what?
bullets.
Player ship?
I'm gonna show the player ship.
Work in progress.
This is work in progress. It's not even textured. It's probably not even lit right now. It's probably going to crash like 600 times while I'm going. The artists are very.
Is this the new login screen?
Yep.
Are very sad that.
It looks like a login screen.
Yeah, a lot of people didn't want this.
Yeah.
Let's see this.
So.
So what you're seeing is a work in progress.
Yeah.
Huge work. Yeah.
It's not a good Warframe choice. Rebecca's going to give me trouble about that.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So this is how you scratch your beard. Okay. This is how you check your eye for. No. Okay. All right. So the player ship. It's awesome. You when you resume your session, you'll be where you last played a mission.
So you were last at Earth.
I was last at Earth. Here I am. My ship is hovering, orbiting Earth. I look awesome, and I'm going to log in. Let's pray. Will this work? Yes. Okay. Cool. So I'm in my player ship. I'm walking around. Everything is awesome. It's like the Lego movie.
Yeah.
So I can kind of look out here, look in space. Someone. Okay. Well, you know, there's a few errors, but if it was working like it was this morning, there'd be a Grenier ship flying by, or little Tenno-Lisettes zipping off into the distance. I'm not sure where the audio is at, but every location is going to have almost like a police scanner where you're listening to the faction that controls that region and what they're saying about the Tenno, what they're saying about you and their goals.
Someone noticed your head movement.
Head movement.
Oh, you noticed head movement? Great, that's fantastic. It's better. So I'm actually going to put this in the game because I think it looks really cool.
Yeah.
When I first got this working, I walked out and started looking at Earth, and it really bugged me that he was looking straight. And I'm like, no, you got to look at the Earth, man. It's awesome. So when you get your player ship. The problem with this is obviously, you know, nothing's textured and there's lots of rendering errors. When you first get your ship, it's not going to look like this. It's going to look old and sort of crappy. Well, awesome, but lived in, and it's going to need to be built up. So the new user experience is get your player ship and then go out and get the ship modules to make you into a kick-ass space ninja, and that's going to be things like Arsenal, Foundry, getting connected to Darvo so that you can see the market and those sorts of things. So what we're trying to do is break out the gameplay complexity that Nix was talking about.
Right.
And give you a quest to go get those things on certain missions throughout Earth and Mercury to make sure that the visual diversity of the game is there. It just kills me that people have to play like 20 hours to not see the inside of a spaceship or a dark corridor. So you know, or they have to hitch a ride, which some people might not be comfortable with.
Right.
So.
And you're talking about making it so that the places you visit early are more varied.
Yes, visually varied, enemy more varied, which I'll show in a second. And also, what's my other point? I had a point there. I think the bourbon might have erased it. To open up more fronts in the solar system, so you just don't have to plow through Mercury.
Totally, yeah.
Oh my God, will this ever end? In order to see the wicked desert set that we have, or the really cool, Earth set with the dynamic water and all the other really cool, diverse things that we have there. So this is your ship. You're going to be able to put your bobbleheads on the window. You're going to be able to customize the color of the floor. You're going to be able to install new modules. You're going to be able to put some of them wherever you want. There'll be some capacity and there'll be some slotting.
So you're no longer kneeling in cyberspace.
You're not kneeling in cyberspace. You're kneeling in your wicked ass Orokin era stealth ship.
Awesome.
Yeah. Now, this also comes much to the dismay of Dorian and Pablo. Well, not to their dismay, but it means re-architecting all of the UI to give the same sense of space. So all of the UI is going to be this projective Orokin diegetic system, which allows us to, I think, make a much more immersive experience. And you can see here, even the player is looking. I'm looking at the sort of items that I want to use. So all of these things in the game are going to be more grounded. Even the pause menu now has this grounded aspect. And if the
Check.
first, right. So if the first question, I think from a veteran Warframe player who's likely watching the live stream is, am I going to have to walk around my damn ship just to upgrade my stuff?
Yeah.
You'll be able to pull up the ship menu at any point and just jump to these locations, and it will essentially just do a crossfade and put you in the appropriate module place in the ship for this.
You notice the green smoke? That's because Pablo has a cool idea of it being almost projected from the player's hand.
Yes, the green smoke.
Yeah, so it's playing.
Actually, we can look at that. It's actually just playing the revive animation right now.
Yeah.
But the idea is within every Warframe, from the Orkin technology they have, there's this little kind of, it's almost like a little hummingbird that comes out and creates that projection in space and then kind of goes back into the
very
Warframe.
cool.
Oh, cool.
So we're really trying
God.
we're really trying to ground this.
Apparently that was really loud, but
the again, we want to make sure, one of the great things about Warframe is, once you kind of get used to it, you can jump in and play a session really quick. So when you sign in, you're going to be right overlapping the navigation system, which lets you jump in to whatever planets I already have available, and I can immediately know where I can go, what my active quests are, what alerts are open, and I can jump in and do a session really quick. So I can zoom in on my planet, and I can pick up which sector I want to go to. And of course, I just have these sort of temporary icons. This stuff is really, really placeholder right now. I just got this working now, and we're going to be working on the visual development of this. And this will solve some of the issues where you might have a sector in space where you can't, you have the nightmare mode on it, and we add this really ridiculous UI. It's like nightmare, yes, no, or there might be an alert on a mission that you want to just play the underlying one. So these are the systems that we're doing that. And again, this is very, very quick, and I'm just starting to work on the controller interface, so this is going to be controller compatible out of the box.
So you're seeing 4 planets because as a new player, you only have 4 planets.
Exactly. So if I the elder player is going to see everything here. This whole ring would be full of amazing things, and when you mouse over, it'll show you, where. I wish I had the void unlocked with this profile because it looks so damn cool.
The void does look cool.
But yeah, you'll get everything. I don't know, how crazy should I get?
I don't know. What can you do?
How much time do I have right now?
Well, you have some, but one thing we haven't talked about either is the Kubrow. So we can go as long as we want.
Just give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. I'm gonna edit the script.
It's Friday. We can do whatever we want.
This could be a total fail.
Someone noticed Tethra's Doom. Good eye. I noticed that myself.
Yep.
I'm gonna actually try to edit the script right now.
Oh my God.
Set up region.
Enjoy band.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna put them all on.
Show the void.
So here we go. Okay, and I'm gonna save the script.
If this crashes.
Should update. Oh yeah, there we go.
Damn, all dim planets.
So this is obviously what a player with everything unlocked would see, right? He's going to see all of these locations that he or she's worked hard to. And the void, I just oh man, I just love this crazy wackiness for the void. I don't have any keys right now, so if you had keys, which we'd always wanted to call coordinates, you would see those coordinates in space around here, like you saw those other sections, right? Yeah.
Wow.
So cool.
Yeah. So that's kind of what we're working on right now.
So there's still progression.
And then I think when you get the ship, I showed the Foundry, right?
No, we did not show the Foundry. We have Ag asks about the Foundry. And
so here's an actual example of an actual working diegetic UI, which has the awesome smooth scrolling, which I think only Pablo and I are going to appreciate. But this is players are going to be familiar with this, but this shows a translation of that new kind of cold and gold style that the Orkin have for their projective interfaces. So there's a lot of we're still working on this because when we tested this, people felt there was too much information on there. So we're still kind of strike a balance there. So each of the capabilities your ship has, like the Foundry, is a mission to get a ship module, put it in, right? It's
Right.
like sort of like a Batman story, right? You got our A-Team story. It's like building your arsenal and building your personal ship, customizing it, and getting all of the really cool things. So the Lisette, which is your stealth ship, is actually two pieces. It's the ship that you were familiar with that goes, right? Which we're actually putting back in the game.
Yep.
That'd be good, yeah.
Awesome.
And when it returns back to the planet that you're orbiting, or the region that you're orbiting, it latches on to another section which contains all of the extra modules, so that the personal ship's really expandable. It's not expandable in the way a dojo, you tack on rooms and
Yeah.
rotate objects, but it's expandable in that there's modules and places that you can get new things. Oh, what would a cool new Foundry be like that's actually can produce objects faster, right?
Right.
So one of the Foundry types that we're going to be introducing in update 14 is a genetic Foundry. And the only thing that you can build there initially will be the domesticated Kubrow. So if I had that Foundry, I would, come back here to the back of my ship, and I would, I'd just run a mission and built it in, and bam, into the ship it goes. So, I mean, just imagine if he was, whoa, what the?
Doggy dog.
Oh my god.
Oh, he's stretching.
Oh my god. So what is happening? I cry on the inside and outside. Wipe my tears.
Yeah, this is my Kubrow that I have on my ship, and I built my genetic Foundry, and I waited for him to hatch, and because they're so vicious, every day I need to come and visit him to make sure that his affinity to me is high enough that he'll actually be kick-ass in missions.
Yep.
So it's a little bit like Tamagotchi Warframe. He's not going to die, but
We can kill your Kubrow.
Well, you can neglect him.
you can neglect him, and what that does is it really will adversely affect his combat effectiveness. So if you can imagine, like a Sentinel who has a certain level but might not like you, would act at a lower level with less behaviors. So too does the Kubrow need to be tended and cared for to be, your ultimate ally.
Yeah, and I think we're going to try. I don't know how much we are going to commit to, but we're going to try. I think when you breed it, to give some player choice that you commit to, being like the color of maybe we're going to try putting in a fur pattern on there, so that it's it's your dog. And I think we're even doing, when you come on the ship, it's really going to be a companion. He's not just going to be sleeping in the corner the whole time.
Right.
He might greet you when you log in.
Yep.
He'll be walking around, kind of, and we're even going to try and do things where you can interact with him, I guess pet him.
So emotes are coming when you can pet.
With the dog.
Absolutely.
I guess this kind of addresses the questions Steam had about UI Apocalypse, about what's happening with the Foundry. So
And Sheldon was talking about too. I like the idea he had where you can't even take him on a mission till he's about a level 1 or level 2. You got to put some bonding time in with him to get him to trust you and to be willing to go out there with you before you take him on a mission. Interesting. So a bit of player investment on that end.
Wow. All right. So, and the most common question in chat at this point is when. So, when?
When it's ready, hopefully. It's going to take several weeks to fix this up, obviously.
Yeah.
It is classically around the corner. I mean, we'll be making sure that players get updated, on our progress.
Okay.
But we'll want to make sure that the player ship, the new user experience, the new UI, and the first time we've ever had a living pet, that are done right.
Totally.
They are.
Totally.
So basically, if dark sectors aren't for you, you now have your own.
Yeah.
Hey, if dark sectors are for me, and I still want to just hang out here and chat with my friends and look at what a goddamn boss I am in my awesome ship.
Right. So this is Warframe Future.
Yeah.